MMA fights are often won or lost before the fighters ever step into the octagon. Did you know that for every hour a fighter spends on specific fight training, they spend an average of 1 to 2 additional hours training outside of the octagon? Outside the octagon training is when fighters do physical training that is not strike specific. They could be doing strength training, core conditioning, swimming, running, or any number of functional training exercises in the gym. Outside the octagon training can make the difference between victory and defeat. Group kick is inspired by MMA fighting, so moves from both inside and outside the octagon are authentic to the program. We've periodized the group kick workout with highly effective movements derived from training outside the octagon. And for all the reasons that fighters include these training moves in their workout, well, we can turn them into valuable training for our participants too.
If you're ready to party and you're moving your body, got the bass in your soul, that's rock and roll.
Every great fighter knows they need total body conditioning. They train the whole body as a functional unit because that's how they move during fights. Compound full body exercises recruit more muscles to work, elevating the heart rate even higher and burning way more calories. Full body movements train the brain to use multiple muscle groups working in combination. As the brain becomes more efficient at coordinating muscular engagement, more muscle fibers will be recruited, increasing overall effort, output, and of course results. Total body training improves physical performance in sports, fitness, and everyday life.
Put your hands in the air, wave them like you don't care. Now you're out of control, that's rock and roll.
One thing that these new training moves have in common is explosive power. For exercise purposes, explosive power is the ability to transfer force quickly throughout the body. Put another way, explosive power means exerting maximal amount of force in a minimal amount of time. These speedy movements train the fast twitch muscle fibers, increasing overall strength and muscle mass. To maximize explosive power, the movements start at the core and power is transferred from the core to the extremities. Examples of explosive movements are kicking, punching, throwing, hitting, leaping, jumping, sprinting, and even pushing. In group kick, we can train the mechanisms for explosive power with functional movements that simulate medicine ball slams, sandbag slams, and battle ropes.
Kick it!
The medicine ball slam uses a medicine ball to train explosive power. The movement is loaded by engaging the glutes and hamstrings and extending the spine. Then the explosion begins as the spine is flexed and power transfers through the shoulders and arms until the medicine ball is literally slammed on the ground. The entire body works from the ground up and the entire core is turned on from start to finish. This is an extraordinary move that trains the glutes, shoulders, hamstrings, and core. Squat down with long arms and grab for the ball. Then stand up and raise the ball overhead by pushing through the heels, engaging the glutes, and extending the spine. Curve the torso forward and use the entire body to slam the ball to the ground as hard as possible. If you do this right, even one rep will leave you winded.
Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll.
The sandbag slam resembles the med ball slam, but also incorporates rotation, making it a multi-planar move. You could consider both of these moves essentially total core training. The sandbag slam engages the glutes, shoulders, hamstrings, and core with more emphasis on the obliques. The load phase involves lateral flexion. Rotation begins as the sandbag is lifted high above the head. The sandbag is violently slammed to the other side of the body by rotating and contracting the abdomen in the opposite direction. Think of this movement like an oblique curl from one side through the center and then finishing with a curl to the other side. Crouch to the side and reach for the sandbag with long arms. Stand up and pull the bag overhead. The body pivots as the shoulders and spine extend and rotate, and the movement accelerates. Use the core to quickly and forcefully slam the sandbag to the ground, keeping the arms long and moving from the core to the extremities. You will end up in a crouch position facing the opposite direction. Reset the sandbag to the first side with a slow and controlled movement.
Slam it. Accelerate. Right here. Slow. I want you to use your legs. Get down on your legs. Your arms are straight. Accelerate from the core. Go. One more. Leave it there. Leave it.
Battle ropes is the training exercise that uses long, thick, heavy ropes to condition the entire body. It's not just the shoulders and arms, the legs and core are integral muscle groups in this movement. If you're doing it right, you need the entire body to make waves with the ropes. Imagine picking up a heavy rug and shaking it out repeatedly. You'll get rid of a lot more dirt if you use the whole body. The battle ropes can be used in a wide variety of ways, and there are battle rope circuits that have been used to burn between 300 to 500 calories within half an hour. The group kick movement is modelled after a variation that some people call Donkey Kong slams. Start the move by squatting down with the arms extended toward the ground. Stand up quickly out of the squat, almost like you're jumping. Keep the arms long and raise them above your head, extending the spine and leaning back. Pull down explosively like you're whipping your body forward. Allow the body to accelerate towards the floor without excessively bending the arms. You'll end up in a low squat where the move begins again right away. Cycle through this movement pattern, creating an undulation effect through the body.
Battle rope. Other hand. Woo! I want long levers with the slam. My heels are gonna lift. I'm getting so much momentum up. I lift the heels. Yes! That's how you train right there.
Woo! These fight training moves are guaranteed ways to strengthen the entire body, build a strong core, and incinerate calories. But it's simply not practical to have all of that equipment for large group fitness classes. Even though we don't use ropes or medicine balls, you can still get all of the benefits of these exercises if you do them the right way. The key is explosive movement. But here's the issue. The heavy equipment makes it easier for exercisers to understand how much force to generate. Instead of expensive, bulky equipment, group kick relies on your coaching skills to get participants moving the right way. Participants need help visualizing the movement. Your coaching focus should be on physical imagery so that everyone in class pictures the movement with the equipment, even though they're doing it with body weight only. Here are some tips to help you coach physical imagery. Do a pre-track demo. This is a great time to break down the movement for participants. You can show it step by step or do a slow motion version for participants.
So quickly, let me show you a move outside of the octagon. Have you ever seen a sandbag before? We're gonna train that. It's gonna be on your right foot. You're gonna crouch down, look, grab the sandbag with straight arms. You're gonna accelerate, long levers, slam it as hard as you can. Focus on the word slam it. Now look, you're gonna come back slowly like you're reloading your gun, and then you slam it, and then you reload your gun again, okay? Straight arms, let's train, let's get results, let's do it.
Cue the load phase. Participants are more likely to be successful when they find the correct starting position for these moves. Use cues that get them set up for success. Describe the power source. You need to know that participants might mistake these exercises for arms-only movements. Cue them that the move starts from the core. Throw the ball with your core, slam the sandbag with the core, or move the ropes with your entire body. This will force them to move from the center of their bodies outward, recruiting far more muscle. ICD them. Don't forget to inspect, connect, and direct if you see participants performing training moves incorrectly. Check back. Follow up with your participants over the next 2 days and ask how they're feeling. Odds are pretty good that they will feel sore, the good kind of sore. Let them know that's because of the new training moves in the workout.
This is great to train explosive power. Right. Battle rope. Step. Stay low. You're loading the legs. It's a full body. Grab and slam. That sandbag. It comes back to haunt you, but it makes you a better fighter right here. Let's fight, team!
As instructors, it's easy to see the training benefits of the med ball slam, the sandbag slam, and battle ropes. For participants, these moves may feel uncomfortable, confusing, or a little outside of their comfort zone, especially at first. Explain where the movement comes from and why they're doing it. Then tell them that the best way to see big results is to go big with every single rep. Soon they'll be training hard, just like fighters, and loving every minute of it.